Hey beautiful ladies, Glamazons, Lipstick Bandits. It's your girl Ava Striker. Hope you're having a beautiful day. I know I am. I'm out biking as I have been for the past, I would say, 5 weeks. And I just wanted to stop and share this amazing revelation that I just got. So as I said, I've been biking for the past 5 weeks roughly, maybe a little bit more. And it's been extremely difficult. It's been extremely painful, actually, on my knees. And I just kept pushing. I kept saying, it's going to get easier. It's going to get better. You haven't rode a bike in a long time. This is what it is. But in due time, it'll get better. So I'm riding my bike today. And headphones on. Luckily, the music wasn't up. Glory. This guy starts yelling out, "Miss, miss, miss." So I turned around, I said, yes. So he says, your seat is too low. Your seat is too low. And I'm thinking, my seat is fine. Like, what is this guy's problem? So he got closer and he says, your seat is too low. Your seat is too low. I had to tell you, I just went to this bike tour and I learned this technique that causes you to have no pain when you ride. And I'm like, is this guy crazy? So he kept saying, no, you have to adjust the seat. You have to raise the seat. Then he asked, he said, have you been experiencing pain in your knees or legs? I said, yeah, as a matter of fact, I have. I thought that came with the territory. So he says, no, your seat is way too low. So when he finally got up on me, he says, when you're getting on the bike or getting off, your feet should not touch the ground. In fact, they should be nowhere near the ground. So I said, I'm like, that sounds like an accident waiting to happen. So he says, no. And I kept telling him, and I guess my face was showing that I thought he was crazy. And so he kept insisting, no, I can help you, I can do it. So I said, you know what, if you can help me, be my guest. So he came over, adjusted something. In less than 30 seconds, my bike the seat had been elevated. So he says, I want you to get on now, pedal. He showed me how to get on because it was a mini production. He showed me how to get on. I got on. He says, I want you to ride. Tell me how you feel. So I start riding. And I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. Oh my God, this is so easy. So he's like, see, I told you. He's like, your seat has to be elevated in order for you to ride easier. He's like, you can probably ride way longer for a few more hours than you probably already ride. And I said, well, that's interesting because I do ride for a few hours at a time, but there's much pain that comes with it. So I'm riding and I just had this revelation. I started thinking about Ephesians 2:6 that says we're seated with Christ in heavenly places. Then I also thought about Proverbs 10:22 that says the blessings of the Lord maketh rich and add no toil with it. So I said, oh my God, Lord, what else is there in my life that I'm toiling over that just needs a minor adjustment? I need to raise something. And God is always saying, come higher, come higher. He's always wanting the best. He's always wanting more for us. But sometimes we get stuck in a mentality thinking that this is life, this is the way it is, eventually get better, or this is just what it is. This is the end all be all. But God is like, come higher. And the interesting thing about the revelation is that it was a seat that needed elevating. We're elevated. We're seated in heavenly places. My goodness. So it really just caused me to get really contemplative. I started doing some introspecting about a number of things, saying, Lord, give me the wisdom. What needs to be elevated? Is it the standards? Some other way of thinking? What is it? There has to be something simple. And I just said, you know what? I'm just going to ask God. Luckily, this guy called out to me. I hadn't asked, but I had been wondering why in the world that it's 5-6 weeks later and I'm still having all this difficulty. An elevated seat. Could it be an elevated mentality? An elevated view, perspective, standard? Ladies, I want you to take some time out today, the next few days, to really begin reevaluating, doing some self-work to find out or to target areas in your life where you're toiling unnecessarily. I was toiling riding this bike for weeks, toiling. It was painful, and I just kept going. Lo and behold, there was just an elevation that was needed. I implore you, lovely, beautiful Glamazons, to see what needs elevation, to figure out areas, again, where there's painful toil, and it don't need to be. Okay? This is your girl, Ava Striker. I love you guys. I really do. I love to love you. But I got to get back to my bike tour. Over and out.